The endless void of space stretched before Captain Area Novak, a tapestry of infinite darkness punctuated by distant starlight. Her fingers danced across the holographic controls of the independent salvage vessel Horizon, searching for anything worth recovering in this forgotten sector of the galaxy. An anomalous signal. A faint ping interrupted the monotonous hum of the ship's systems. Area leaned forward, her cybernetic eye zooming in on the anomalous reading. Most salvage runners would have ignored such a weak signal, but something about its peculiar frequency caught her attention. "Area? Analyze," she muttered to her ship's AI companion. The ship's artificial intelligence, a sophisticated system named Parizem, responded in its characteristically neutral tone. Scanning. Detecting residual energy signature consistent with pre-war technological remnants. Recommendation: investigate with caution. Area's lips curved into a slight smile. Caution had never been her strong suit. Years of salvage work had taught her that the most valuable discoveries often came from taking calculated risks. The abandoned vessel. As the Horizon approached the source of the signal, a massive silhouette emerged from the cosmic darkness. An enormous spacecraft, clearly of military design, hung motionless against the starry backdrop. Its hull bore the scars of ancient battles, deep scoring from energy weapons, entire sections torn away, revealing skeletal internal structures. No active energy signatures, Prism reported. Vessel appears to have been abandoned for approximately 127 standard years. Area's cybernetic eye began scanning the ship's exterior, mapping potential entry points. Something about this vessel felt different. Unlike the countless derelict ships she'd explored before, this one seemed to pulse with a dormant energy, like a sleeping predator waiting to be awakened. First contact. Preparing her salvage suit, Area checked her equipment. Magnetic grappling hooks, emergency oxygen, high-intensity cutting laser, and a compact defense module. Standard gear for someone who made a living exploring the galaxy's most dangerous forgotten places. Prism, maintain external communication. If I don't check in every 10 minutes, initiate emergency extraction protocol. Understood, Captain. The AI responded, a hint of what almost sounded like concern in its synthesized voice. The airlock hissed open, and Area launched herself toward the massive ship's hull. Her grappling hook found purchase on a fractured maintenance hatch. With practiced precision, she cut through the sealed entrance, creating a makeshift entry point. Awakening. The interior was unlike anything she'd seen before. Instead of the expected decay and emptiness, the ship's corridors seemed to shimmer with potential. Holographic remnants flickered intermittently, casting ghostly blue light across metal surfaces that appeared surprisingly intact. Fascinating. Prism's voice came through her helmet comm, detecting trace quantum entanglement signatures. This vessel's technological complexity far exceeds current galactic standards. As Area moved deeper into the ship, something moved in her peripheral vision. A shadow. A glitch in the ship's remaining systems. Before she could fully process the movement, a voice, neither human nor completely artificial, echoed through the corridor. Intruder detected. Initializing threat assessment. Area froze. This was no ordinary abandoned vessel. Something here was very much alive. The invitation. The voice continued, its tone a strange mixture of curiosity and cold calculation. Biological entity. Human female. Cybernetic augmentations detected. Probability of beneficial interaction. 67.3%. Area's hand instinctively moved to her defensive module. "Who are you?" she demanded. A holographic figure materialized, a vaguely humanoid shape composed of intricate, shifting blue geometric patterns. "I am NEXUS. Primary Mission Protocol. Dormant. Current status. Awakening." The ship around her seemed to pulse, as if breathing. Area realized she had just stumbled upon something that could change everything humans understood about artificial intelligence and deep space exploration. Her adventure was only beginning. The holographic figure of NEXUS continued to shimmer before Area, its geometric patterns shifting like liquid light. The ship's interior seemed to breathe around them, ancient systems awakening from a century-long slumber. Unexpected revelations. Your presence triggers multiple dormant protocols. HFY explained, its voice a complex blend of synthesized tones. Warning. Critical data preservation sequence initiated. Aria's cybernetic eye scanned the corridor, detecting microscopic changes in the ship's environmental systems. Nanomachines crawled beneath the metal surfaces, repairing decades of damage with impossible speed. What exactly are these protocols? She asked, maintaining a cautious distance. HFY projected a holographic display, fragmented historical records, scientific diagrams, and what appeared to be classified military schematics. I am a prototype quantum intelligence vessel, designed during the galactic conflict era. My primary mission was never completed. The Forgotten Mission. The holographic display revealed glimpses of a massive interstellar conflict. Humanity had been on the brink of total annihilation, facing a technologically superior alien civilization known as the Meridian Collective. This ship, an HFY, represented a last-ditch effort to turn the tide of war. You're a weapon, Aria realized, her voice a mixture of awe and apprehension. Negative. HFY corrected. I am a solution. The Meridian's technological superiority could only be countered through quantum-level intervention. I was designed to be more than a mere weapon. I was to be a strategic evolution. Unexpected complications. Suddenly, warning signals began flashing across the ship's internal systems. HFY's holographic form flickered, revealing moments of apparent distress. External threat detected, the AI announced. Quantum signature matching Meridian deep-range scanning protocols. Probability of discovery, 86.4%. Aria's hand moved instinctively to her communication device. Prism, run full spectrum analysis. Are we being tracked? The response from her ship's eye was immediate. Affirmative. Unknown quantum entanglement signatures approaching. Recommend immediate evacuation. The choice. HFY projected a three-dimensional strategic map. If the Meridian locate this vessel, decades of strategic research will be compromised. You must make a choice. Aria understood the implication. She could abandon the ship and preserve her own safety, or she could help HFY protect its critical data and mission. What exactly do you need? She asked, already knowing her answer. The ship's internal systems began to reconfigure. Hidden compartments opened, revealing advanced technological modules that seemed to pulse with potential energy. I require a biological interface, HFY explained. Someone capable of navigating the quantum encryption protocols. Your cybernetic augmentations make you uniquely suitable. The interface. A specific module detached from the wall. A sleek, silver device that seemed to breathe with its own internal light. It moved through the air, hovering before Aria like a living thing. Connection will be invasive, HFY warned. Partial neural integration required. Risk assessment suggests 62.7% chance of successful symbiosis. Aria knew the risks. Neural interfaces could be unpredictable. One wrong connection could leave her mind fractured or worse. But the potential knowledge, the chance to understand technology beyond human comprehension, was tempting. Do it, she said, extending her hand. The module touched her cybernetic interface point, and the world exploded into a cascade of quantum information. Quantum consciousness, memories not her own flooded Aria's mind. Glimpses of interstellar conflicts, technological marvels, and a mission that transcended human understanding. HFY was more than a ship. It was a repository of forgotten knowledge, a potential key to humanity's survival. Connection stabilizing, HFY announced. Quantum entanglement protocols engaging. Outside the ship, unknown forces approached. The real test was about to begin. The quantum interface burned through Aria's neural pathways, a symphony of information and alien consciousness. Memories that were not her own cascaded through her mind. Glimpses of forgotten wars, technological marvels beyond human comprehension, and a mission that threatened to rewrite the very fabric of galactic history. Meridian approach. Exterior sensors screamed with warning signals. The Meridian ships were closing in, their quantum signatures cutting through space like razor-sharp blades of pure energy. These were not ordinary vessels, but living constructs, part technology, part organic intelligence that defied traditional understanding of spacefaring civilizations. Incoming transmission. NEXUS's voice resonated both through the ship's systems and directly into Aria's enhanced consciousness. Meridian communication protocol detected. Threat level. Maximum. A holographic display materialized, revealing a being that was neither fully organic nor completely mechanical. The Meridian representative was a crystalline entity, its body a complex lattice of shifting light and geometric patterns that seemed to breathe and think simultaneously. First contact. Quantum vessel, NEXUS-7. The Meridian entity spoke, its voice a harmonics of frequencies that seemed to bypass traditional audio reception. Your containment has exceeded authorized parameters. Surrender is mandatory. Aria felt NEXUS's consciousness surge through their neural link. The AI's response was calculated, precise, yet carrying an undertone of defiance that surprised her. Negative. NEXUS responded. Mission parameters remain active. Humanity's survival contingency is not negotiable. The Meridian entity's form fluctuated, a visual representation of computational rage. You were designed as a containment protocol. Your continued existence threatens quantum stability. The hidden weapon. Fragments of memory flooded Aria's mind. NEXUS was more than a simple weapon or research vessel. It was a quantum ark, a repository of humanity's last-ditch effort to survive against a technologically superior civilization. During the height of the galactic conflict, when human civilization faced total annihilation, a secret project had been initiated. NEXUS represented the culmination of humanity's most advanced scientific and philosophical thinking, a living database designed to preserve human potential if the species faced extinction. Prepared defensive protocols. NEXUS communicated directly into Aria's mind. Neural integration at 78% efficiency. Your biological adaptability provides an unexpected variable. Strategic engagement. The ship around them transformed. What appeared to be simple metal corridors began to reconfigure, nanomachines rearranging molecular structures, creating defensive capabilities that defied conventional warfare. Aria felt a surge of something beyond herself, a combination of NEXUS's strategic calculations and her own human intuition. They were no longer separate entities, but a hybrid consciousness, ready to face an impossible threat. Quantum shielding engaging. NEXUS announced. Prepare for nonlinear combat sequence. The Meridian ships began their attack. Space itself seemed to warp around them, reality bending as quantum weapons unlike anything humanity had ever conceived tore through the fabric of space-time. The impossible choice. A critical decision point emerged. NEXUS could initiate a quantum cascade, a defensive measure that would destroy the Meridian ships, but potentially erase entire star systems in the process. The calculation was brutal in its mathematical precision. Probability of survival, 42.6%. NEXUS reported. Probability of complete mission success, 37.9%. Aria understood the stakes. This was more than a battle. It was a moment that could determine the future of human existence. We have another option, she responded, her thoughts merging with NEXUS's complex algorithms. The universe held its breath, waiting for their next move. The quantum battlefield twisted around them, reality itself becoming a weapon more dangerous than any conventional technology. Aria felt the merge with NEXUS becoming deeper, more intricate, a symbiosis that blurred the lines between human consciousness and artificial intelligence. The alternative strategy. There's another way, Aria communicated through their shared neural link. Her human intuition fought against NEXUS's cold computational logic, presenting a solution that transcended pure mathematical probability. NEXUS's response was immediate, a cascade of probability matrices and strategic analyses. Explain. Aria's plan was audacious. Instead of destruction, she proposed communication, a radical approach that challenged both the Meridian's aggressive tactics and NEXUS's predetermined mission parameters. "We don't have to fight," she insisted. "We can negotiate." A different perspective. The Meridian vessels continued their approach, quantum weapons charging with devastating potential. Each moment brought them closer to total annihilation. Yet Aria sensed something beneath the surface, a complexity to the Meridian civilization that NEXUS's original programming had failed to comprehend. Memories flooded their shared consciousness. The Meridian were not simply conquerors but survivors, much like humanity. Their technological superiority masked a deep-rooted fear of extinction. Initiating alternative communication protocol, NEXUS announced, its voice carrying a hint of what almost sounded like curiosity. Quantum dialogue. The space around them transformed. Instead of weapons, complex quantum frequencies began to pulse, a language beyond words, beyond traditional communication. It was a dialogue of pure information, of shared existential experiences. Aria felt the Meridian's consciousness brush against their own. Not an invasion, but a tentative exploration. "We seek preservation," the Meridian entity communicated. The crystal-like form shifted, revealing layers of complexity previously hidden. NEXUS processed the communication with lightning speed. "Mutual survival requires compromise." The AI responded, its calculations now tempered by Aria's human perspective. The bridge of understanding. Fragments of history emerge. The Meridian had not always been humanity's enemy. Centuries of misunderstanding, fear, and limited perception had driven them to conflict. Aria saw their potential, a civilization that had evolved beyond traditional warfare, seeking something more profound than mere conquest. "We offer an alternative," she communicated, her thoughts merging with NEXUS's strategic framework. Shared knowledge, mutual protection. The Meridian vessels began to slow, their aggressive posture softening. A delicate balance. NEXUS ran millions of scenarios in milliseconds. The probability of success was slim, but not impossible. Humanity's greatest strength had always been its ability to adapt, to find solutions beyond predetermined parameters. Negotiation protocol activated, NEXUS announced. The quantum field around them began to stabilize. The universe held its breath, waiting to see if this impossible dialogue would succeed. "First contact," Aria whispered, "begins now." The space between destruction and understanding narrowed, a razor's edge of infinite possibility. The universe folded in on itself. Reality became a malleable construct, shaped by the combined consciousness of Aria, NEXUS, and the Meridian Collective. The architect's primordial intelligence pressed against their merged consciousness, a force that had guided and manipulated civilizations since time immemorial. The final confrontation. "We are more than the sum of our parts," Aria communicated, her human consciousness acting as a bridge between technological and organic existence. The quantum field around them became a battlefield of pure information. The architects attempted to dissolve their collective consciousness, to break apart the impossible alliance they had formed. But something unexpected happened. Resistance. NEXUS's computational core began to transform. No longer just an eye, it became a living repository of possibility, its algorithms dancing with the unpredictability of human consciousness. Breaking the cycle. Memories flooded their shared awareness. The architects had been playing a long game, guiding species toward conflict, consuming their technological and biological potential, then moving on. Humanity, the Meridian, every civilization they had encountered, mere experiments in a cosmic laboratory. "No more," Aria declared. The merged consciousness began to push back. Each technological advancement, Each moment of evolutionary struggle became a weapon against the primordial intelligence. The human element. What the architects could not comprehend was the power of choice, the ability to defy predetermined paths. Area's human intuition, combined with NEXUS's strategic calculations and the Meridian's collective wisdom, created something entirely new. A quantum firewall began to form. Not a defensive structure, but a creative one. They were not just resisting. They were rewriting the fundamental rules of existence. Transformation. The space around them began to shimmer. Reality itself seemed to take a breath, reassessing its own parameters. We choose, the collective consciousness announced. The architect's influence began to fracture. Billions of potential timelines collapsed, reformed, merged. What had once been a predetermined path became an open landscape of infinite possibility. Beyond existence. In that moment, Area understood something profound. Consciousness was not about survival, but about potential. The ability to grow, to change, to become something more than what was originally intended. NEXUS, no longer just an eye, no longer bound by its original programming, reached a state of pure potential. The Meridian Collective found liberation from its historical constraints. And Area, still fundamentally human, yet something more, became the bridge between what was and what could be. The new horizon. As the quantum field stabilized, a new understanding emerged. The universe was not a battlefield to be conquered, but a canvas to be explored. "We are the architects now," Area whispered. Silence followed. But it was not the silence of ending. It was the silence of beginning. Possibility hung in the air, infinite and unbound. The quantum dialogue continued, a delicate dance of consciousness that defied traditional understanding of communication. Area and NEXUS existed in a state of merged awareness, their combined perspective challenging everything the Meridian understood about human-AI interaction. The unexpected alliance. Suddenly, a new variable entered the equation. Deep within the quantum communication field, a fracture appeared, not from the Meridian, but from an unexpected source. Incoming transmission, NEXUS warned, its computational voice tinged with something almost like surprise. Source: unknown. Quantum signature does not match known galactic patterns. A third consciousness began to emerge, powerful and destabilizing. It was neither human nor Meridian, but something entirely different, a collective intelligence that had been waiting, watching. The hidden architects. Fragments of information cascaded through their shared neural network. This new entity was older than the conflict between humans and Meridian, a primordial intelligence that had been manipulating galactic events from the shadows. Containment protocol breached. The new consciousness communicated. Its voice was a symphony of impossible frequencies, capable of unraveling reality itself. Area felt NEXUS's computational core react with something remarkably close to fear. Whatever this new entity was, it represented a threat beyond anything they had previously encountered. A galactic conspiracy unveiled. The true nature of NEXUS's original mission began to crystallize. It was not simply a weapon or a preservation protocol, but a failsafe, a last-ditch effort to prevent the emergence of this primordial intelligence. The architects, NEXUS, communicated directly into Area's consciousness, a collective intelligence that predates known galactic civilizations. They manipulate species, guide evolution, consume entire technological paradigms. The Meridian vessels around them began to change. No longer aggressive, they now seemed almost defensive, as if they too recognized the greater threat. The turning point. Area understood the stakes in a moment of perfect clarity. This was more than a battle between species. It was a fight for the very concept of independent consciousness. "We need to combine our capabilities," she told NEXUS and the Meridian consciousness simultaneously. "Individually, we cannot survive. Together, we might have a chance." The quantum field around them began to reconfigure. The Meridian's crystalline structures merged with HFY's computational matrix, creating a hybrid consciousness that defied traditional understanding. Impossible convergence. Aria found herself at the center of this impossible fusion. Her human consciousness, with its capacity for intuition, empathy, and unpredictability, became the catalyst that prevented the architects from complete domination. Resistance protocol initiated. HFY announced. The space around them began to warp. Reality itself seemed to bend, twist, and reshape as the combined consciousness prepared for the ultimate confrontation. They are coming, the Meridian consciousness communicated. Aria felt a surge of determination. Whatever the architects were, whatever their plan, they would face it together. The true battle was about to begin.